All right, just waiting for people. So we're about 7 minutes early. So I'm just waiting for people. Maybe I'll try out some of this stuff here. Some of these features. How about screen share? Hey, wow, there it is. That's happening live. Wait, no, it's not. Now it is. Okay. And stop it. There we go. Fun stuff. So we'll just sit here and wait till people get here. See what happens. Let's see here. Hey, somebody's here. Who are you? Let's pick up the chat box up. Maybe. All right, bear with me here. All right. Hey guys, Rob isn't here, so I'm actually running the chat tonight. Looks like people are popping in and out. People are coming in and then wondering, what the heck? Who's this guy? So I want to make sure you guys can hear me. I think you can, but I'm not sure. So type something in there. Let me know you can hear me. That'd be great. Uh, hmm. Shows I got a few viewers here. Like I was saying earlier, Rob is in a place where he doesn't have internet, so he asked me to host the hangout tonight. I want to make sure you guys can hear me, but I don't even know. I've not run a hangout, so this is kind of new, and I think I'm looking at the right place for the chat. But if you can hear me, type in the chat there and say something. That would be great. All right, let me see here. Check something out. So we'll get going here in just a few. I want to see if you guys can hear me. Hmm. Thanks for your patience, guys. Hey, finally found the freaking chat. Thanks, Galen. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, guys. So my name's Travis, and like I mentioned before, people are popping in and out, so I'll probably say this a lot, but Rob is actually not on tonight. He's in a place where he doesn't have internet, and so um, he's been texting me all these logins and everything to try to get us up tonight. So um, let's see. Let me just text him real fast and let him know that I finally found the chat. um, I'm going to try to find the link that allows you guys to come on if anybody wants to talk. I've got a couple of topics that we were going to talk about tonight, but if any of you guys have something that you guys want to chat about, we can certainly do that. I know you guys don't know who the heck I am, but I do FBA, so I've got plenty of opinions and I like to talk. So yeah, Kaylin, looks like I'm it. So yeah, it looks like you're saying his intent was to get things going among ourselves. So um, if anybody wants to come on and talk, I can probably find a link for you guys, and we can chat. It's a lot better. It seems like when we use the chat, it's always delayed a little bit. So it's probably better if somebody wants to come on, I can give you a link. You basically log out and then log back in, and then you'll appear here, and we'll have everybody else mute. and give you the floor. So just let me know if you want to do that. As people pop in, just wanted to let you know Rob is out where he doesn't have internet right now, and so he's asked me. My name's Travis, and he's asked me to host the chat tonight, and basically just talk about FBA, talk about private label, talk about arbitrage, talk about anything you guys want to talk about. So, yeah, he just texted me. Let me read this real fast. I know this is a riveting video. So, okay. Let's see if I can find that link. It allows me to share. All right, so who wants to come on, guys? Let's see here. Looks like we got Kaylin and Zach, Sam, and Sidra. So, how you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are well. All right, I'm waiting on Rob via text message. He's going to tell me how to get a link so I can give it to you guys. You can come on, we can chat, we can have a little bit more fun when more than one person's talking. So lately I've been, I'm going to wait for his text, but I'm just going to talk. Lately I've been doing a lot of arbitrage because I've got a couple of products, private label products that are in manufacturing right now. And as you probably know, there's not a whole lot you can do aside from work on your listing when you don't have, when their products are in manufacturing. I've already got, I've contacted my freight forwarders and all of that. So, oh, that's all right, Kaylin. Don't worry about the cam mic. You don't have to come on. But if you have any, ideas or want to share something, go ahead and type it in the chat. I've got my eye on that. But yeah, so I've already talked to my freight forwarders, and I've arranged the communication between the freight forwarders and the factories. So I'm just basically sitting kind of in no man's land, just waiting. So what I've been doing lately has been I've been doing arbitrage. I've been doing a lot of online arbitrage combined with some retail arbitrage. I'll just tell you guys a little bit about my history. I only started in December, kind of setting things up, and then officially launched in January with just a ton of retail arbitrage. My intent the whole time was to get into private label, but I wanted to understand it a little bit, and so that's why I started with retail arbitrage. Let's see, at the top of the page, there's a drop-down menu. Okay, I don't see a drop-down menu, but I'll check. That's not right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we got some more viewers, guys. Hey, I'm not Rob. My name's Travis. Rob is in a place where he does not have internet, and so he asked me to host the call tonight, or the hangout tonight. I'm trying to find the link that allows you guys to join, and I'm not having a whole lot of luck. I've got Rob literally via text telling me to look for a drop down at the top of the page, and I see no friggin' drop down. So I'm trying to find this thing, and I'm not having a whole lot of luck. So if any of you guys know how to, if you've ever hosted a hangout and how to get that link, shoot, I'd love to. I wonder if I could just literally copy and paste the link. Let me try this. Guys. Hang on. I'm going to open up another Oh, you're kidding me. Surely it's not this easy. No way. I think it might be as I literally just copy and pasted the link at the top of the page here, and I think that's Sean's saying it's on the left-hand side. So yeah, I see all these things on the left-hand side, but I think I might be able to just post it right here. Sean, are you interested in jumping in here? I'm going to send you send you a link, and why don't you try that and see if you can get in here with me. So anyway, basically, sorry guys, there's the Google settings on the right side. On the left, it's a block with a circle-like person. You click and it shows a link. Google settings on the right. Yeah. Cool. It looks like Sean's going to test out that link I think I may have found and see if he pops in here. Again, we've got some more attendees. Just letting you guys know that Rob is in a place where he doesn't have internet. And so oh, I sent you a private one, Sean. I sent you a private message. Here, there's not enough people that matters really, so there you go. Yeah, so Rob is actually in a place where he doesn't have internet, so he asked me to host tonight. So anyway, January started really heavily in retail arbitrage. We had sold a home, so we had some cash, and I basically allocated a section of that cash to this business, and you know, just started retail arbitraging. Oh, there you are, Sean.
Hey, hello. How you doing?
Hey, good, man. I'm glad it worked. That's awesome. So there you go.
Doing well, doing well. Yeah, Rob's in the mountains, I guess, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's out having some fun, I guess. I don't know. So, Sean, why don't you? What do you want to talk about tonight? Are you behind a little bit, or?
Yeah, I think we're having some reverb here. I don't know how to chat that.
You know, just started retail arbitrage. Oh, there you are, Sean.
Hey, hello. How you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
good.
Good, man. I'm glad it worked. Awesome. So there you go. Yeah, a lot of times it happened to me the other night when I was on the Hangout last Sunday. Yeah, I think he's not 100% sure how to fix it.
There should be some reverb here.
Why don't you, and then unmuting yourself. I'll do the same.
I guess talked about probably getting ungated in a few categories, which I did today.
Okay. You know, just started retail arbitrage. Oh, there you are, Sean. Hey, hello, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
good.
Good, man. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of times it happened to me the other night when I was on. Try muting and then unmuting. See if that works.
Let me go ahead and refresh my screen.
Perfect. So it sounded like Sean wanted to talk about ungating, and I wasn't able to attend the webinar on Tuesday. So hopefully, if Sean gets back here, he can maybe share some of his experiences with the ungating process. I'm ungated in grocery, health and personal products, and beauty, as well as clothing. Whatever that comes with. I think it comes with like handbags or something else, or I can't remember. And then shoes also. So so it looks like Sean is back, and I think you're muted, Sean. I'm showing the mute icon on you. So go ahead and unmute, and then tell us what you learned. Can you mute up there at the top, or unmute? And Zach, it's not necessarily a Q&A. It's really just a hangout. So you guys are kind of setting the. So it looks like Sean is back. And oh, you're still lagging. Wow. You're muted.
Yeah, let me go ahead and mute myself here.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, I am muted.
What you learned?
what I learned about with health and beauty is that I was able to go ahead and resubmit Thursday late at night. I was able to add the store information, my website on the receipt.
Not necessarily a Q&A. It's really just a hangout. So you guys are kind of setting the. Looks like Sean is back. Oh, you're still lagging.
Yeah, I don't know.
Muted?
Yeah, I'm unmuted. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted.
What you learned? Yeah, I think what happens sometimes is when you don't have headphones, at least for me the other night, maybe you can try turning your speakers down. That may help. Um, I know I had to the other night. All right, looks like he's going to try something else. So Zach says he's from the UK, and UK and US aren't very different. Importing from China is obviously universal, sure. Zach, do you have a private label product right now that you're doing in the UK? I know with their unified system over there, you can actually be in like 5 or 6 countries and only ship to the one fulfillment center, and then they'll actually push that out to all of the countries over there, which is really intriguing. And that's part of my long-term plan, is to actually, once I launch in the US with those, like I said, I have 2 products that are like in manufacturing, and one's about a week away from being in manufacturing. So I'll have 3 private label products probably in the next, I don't know, probably month and a half to 2 months, depending on how long it takes to ship. But once I've sold through those, and I feel like I'm okay, I'll either decide on 1, 2, or 3, depending on how they do, to begin selling in the UK. I feel like that market is really, ready, or I guess it's at an earlier stage, I would say, than the US, the .com. And so it's really exciting. It's kind of even, I mean, we're still in the Wild West at the .com, and I think the UK market is even more so. I don't know, what's your experience, Zach? You can chime in on the chat, or we can bring you on live. While we're waiting for your chat, though, Sean, why don't you go ahead and looks like your audio is a little better now because we can't hear it. So
Okay,
why don't you share about what you were learning?
Yeah, actually, I was learning about the ungating process. Amazon's tightening their belt up about how they're ungating. So I was able to resubmit late at night, and by doing that, I was able to get Friday morning ungated back into beauty and also health.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm still hearing lag, by the way.
You're still hearing lag. I don't know. I'm sorry. You can hear me, and then you can hear me later also? Is that how it works?
Go ahead and sign me out, I guess. Let's see how I do that.
So Zach says he doesn't have a private label item yet. He's been on eBay for a good 7 years, but Amazon just never took off. So, Zach, have you been doing arbitrage then on eBay? I'm assuming if you don't have a private label product, I'm assuming you're just buying and selling, primarily wholesale, or are you doing other forms of arbitrage? Anything else you can tell us about that? And then is your plan to do private label? And if so, are you going to try it on eBay also? Or are you just going to strictly go Amazon UK? So anyway, so I started off really in, like I said, retail arbitrage, really jumped in heavy, and and then started getting ungated. The first thing I did, or really soon, I got ungated in grocery, beauty, and health and personal products. That's kind of, it seems like those 3 are kind of the normal ones that people typically will start with, and then they'll move on to some of the, more difficult ones, like the things that you have to have a flat file. Although just like looks like Sidra says, I found the best time to ungate is late Saturday night, and that's actually I don't remember the day, but it was late at night, and it took all of like 13 minutes before I got the eBay or the email back, and they said, "Hey, you're ungated in grocery," and I'm not sure. Like I said, I wasn't there on Tuesday night. I didn't hear what Rob had to say about actually ungating. I'll just go through my process really, really quick. What I did, I went to Walmart and I bought 10 items. I'm sorry, well, 30 items, 10 of each in grocery, and they were all super cheap items. So 30 items in grocery, and 30 items in health and personal products, and 30 items in beauty. And what I did was I did 10 in, I did 3 transactions, 10 in grocery, 10 in health and personal products, and 10 in beauty on one transaction. And then I did that 3 times. I took those, I edited them. I just basically covered up, I did 3 different receipts and submitted the same receipts, but covered up the ones that I didn't need for that particular category. And I sent them in, and then I edited the next ones, and I sent them in, and I edited the next ones, and I sent them in. And literally it took, all of 15, 20 minutes, and I was ungated in all 3 of those categories. And I'll tell you, I did a happy dance. I did a happy dance. And, I actually, believe it or not, I took all of those, what is that? That's 90 items. I took all 90 items back to Walmart and I returned them all. I mean, I didn't use them. All I did was use the receipts, and then I took the receipts back because I had I just basically went in and bought whatever. I just scanned it. Okay, it's this one's $1 or whatever. I wanted something cheap. I scanned it, made sure it was in the right category, and I threw 10 of them in my cart, and that was how I got ungated. Yeah, it was all from the same store, Sean. All from Walmart, believe it or not. Sean says he contacted an ungating service to get ungated in shoes and clothes and was approved this evening. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's a great feeling. Ever since I got ungated in shoes and clothing, I've been doing a lot of online arbitrage with those. And I'm happy to show you guys, if anyone's interested in my kind of long, tedious process to source kind of Amazon to Amazon flips in shoes and in clothing. Happy to show that at some time if you guys want to talk about that. Nah, Sean, you don't have to use 3 different stores. Well, at least you didn't. This was probably in early February when I did this. So it seems like, from what I'm reading on the different Facebook groups, it seems like they're kind of tightening things up a little bit, and with some of the ungating. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's just if they're getting overloaded in some of the categories. And I think, if I was Amazon, if I'm going to take a step back and think like Amazon, it would make sense to, kind of slow down the floodgate of people getting approved every once in a while. And then, then as soon as you kind of see that steady stream of products slow down a little bit, then you just kind of back off the requirements a little bit, let a few more people in, get some more products, and you can kind of basically just judge it based on your category's inventory. And I would estimate that that's how Amazon does it. Obviously, I have no knowledge of that. That's just a guess. So let me read some of these comments here. Yeah, so Zach's been doing wholesale. Oh man, so kind of got the rug ripped out from under you, huh, Zach? Looks like Zach was doing wholesale and then the items were discontinued. So he's got to figure out something else. Yeah. So for me, instead of doing a lot of research as to what to go private label, I know exactly what to go for. Well, that's cool. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Since the items were discontinued by your wholesaler, you're just going to go private label those items because they sell, and what the market well. That's really smart. So, all right, cool. Sean says, yeah, Amazon flips. Anyone else want to see that? I can show you. I can share my screen here. or we can get someone else to talk. I don't know what's wrong with the echo thing. Sean, I'd love to get you back on here. You know, hear anything else you guys want to talk about, Zach, Sidra, anybody. Again, if you're just joining us, Rob is gone. He's out in the mountains, I guess. He's unavailable. He didn't have internet tonight, so he asked me to host. My name's Travis. I've been doing some FBA for about 5 months now. I've got a couple products in manufacturing, some private label products. A third one will be starting manufacturing in about a week, and I'm really chomping at the bit to get those things over here. I'm dying to really see how this works on the other side. You know what I mean? All right. So Kaylin says some Amazon flips. All right. Well, let's get over here. Just a second. I'm going to share my screen here. I won't be able to see the chat as well. Well, I don't know how it'll work. What am I talking about? But let me try this, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll check back and see if you guys are bored. So here we go. Excuse me. All right. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it looks like I'm sharing. I just want to make sure. I'm going to wait to see somebody in the chat say they can see my Amazon screen. And then I'm actually going to go there and start navigating around. They're in Europe. You can flip Amazon products from yours to the UK. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting, Zach. Well, Sean, yeah, I understand that to be the same thing. So, okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, Sean's saying you can't use Prime when you're doing Amazon to Amazon flips. And so I have two accounts. I have two Amazon accounts, and it sounds like you guys can all see my screen here. So I have two Amazon accounts. I have the one that I'm an Amazon associate, which just means I basically I can get affiliates. Say I've done internet marketing in the past. You write on sports equipment, and then you link to Amazon, and you get 4 to 6% depending on the category, depending on the volume, et cetera, et cetera. So you probably know about that. It's basic affiliate marketing. So I have that on this account actually that we're looking at here, as well as my Prime. So this is like my buyer's. This is the first account I had, so I have Prime on it. My seller's account is actually on another account. And so Rob just texted me and asked me if I'm smiling. So, well, they can't see if I'm smiling, Rob, because I'm sharing my screen and talking to the Amazon screen. I don't even know if anybody's listening to me, to tell you the truth. That's pretty funny. So yeah, so my second account, I have the Amazon seller's account, and that's the account that I buy all of my products on. And I don't use Prime on that account because, like you said, it is against the Amazon terms of service. So I just ship regular. I always buy more than $35 worth of stuff, which is pretty easy when you're buying shoes in particular. But I always just, if I need a couple extra bucks or whatever, I'll throw an add-on product in there just to make sure I don't ever pay shipping. So here we are at Amazon. I'll start blabbing or stop blabbing, and going to go to clothing, shoes, and jewelry. We'll look at some women's shoes. So there's shoes right there. And then what I like to do is I like to scroll down here to the bottom or close to the bottom, and I just want to deal with Amazon. I don't want to deal with anybody like us. I just want to deal with Amazon. So I just turn that little button right down there that says I just want the seller to be Amazon.com. It's going to be good quality. You just not going to have any headaches with Amazon. So, and a lot of times they blow out their inventory, which is really helpful, for us. So, basics of this is, it's really simple. It just takes a lot of kind of digging. I'm basically looking for a spread right here. If I can find a good spread, so you can see none of these, they're all just the same, price. So there's no spread. That's not going to do me any good. Look at this shoe right here, boot, or what the heck is that? That is crazy. and someone's paying 120 bucks for that, and that is actually 11,000 in shoes, basically. That blows me away. All right, so we're looking for a spread. That's not a good enough one for me. We may have to go to a second page. Let's see here. No, it's not bad, but not great. Sometimes I'll search by manufacturer as well. You know, I'll just like put in Crocs or you know, something that I know is a good seller. Keen is another one. The sandals are going really well right now. This little, I don't know if you guys have this. This is a really cool, this is the Scanalyzer plugin for Chrome, and you guys can see, I don't have to go into the actual page to see the best sellers rank, which is very convenient, obviously, when I'm just doing this. So we're gonna go to the next page and keep looking. We'll find something here, hopefully. I've noticed a lot of, it's been a lot of Memorial Day sales at a lot of retailers too that I've been jumping on, finding some good products to, you know, to throw up in my Amazon account. This, you guys are all going to think I'm a liar. I swear this works. I find products all the time. You know, the other thing you can do is you can drill down a little more. So let's just go with some athletic shoes. See if we got anything here. Asics are actually a restricted brand on Amazon, so don't mess with those. Oh, this is great. So I think this is actually one that I found recently. But you see here, you got $38.99 or $98 to $90. So so let's go in there and look and see what we've got. Make sure. Let me just check on you guys. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just making sure you guys could still see me. Okay. And you see I've got invisible hand up here that tells me my next lowest price and such. Man, this is number 17 in shoes. It's pretty amazing. That's that Scanalyze deal that I was telling you about, that extension. So if you come in here, you can just select a size, and basically what you want is you want to see a bunch of sellers over here because it makes it really easy to get to the page that I need to get to, which is this one. I hit the 5 new from $62.95, and I come to this page, which is the offer listing page. You can actually go in here, and right before the ASIN, you can just type in offer listing, and you can get to it by that too. I just I don't want to type if I don't have to. So then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to see the lowest offer for each. And what this is going to do, it's going to literally check all of these colors. I'm sorry, it's going to check all of these colors. There's a lot of them here, and it's going to tell me the lowest offer for them. So I'm looking for this one, this $36 one. And sometimes it's hard to find. Sometimes they don't even show up. But again, yeah. So this is showing me all of the lowest offer for the dark. I'm sorry, this is showing me that, yeah, all the sizes for the dark shadow ceramic color. So I can go, you know, through every single color, black, gray, neutral, and see if that's it, which actually it happens to be. Oh, no, that's used, so we don't want that. Or you can just go back here and do lowest offer for each here. This will actually give me the lowest offer, and I want new, so I can see it here, but I don't want to mess with, you know, any of these used ones for obvious reasons. And here we go. So we've got a $36 shoe, size 5, burnt olive, neutral gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this tab here, see all offers for this product. And I think, can you guys see that? If I open that other tab, are you only able to see? Let's see if you guys can see that. Okay, good, great. So here you go. Oh, this is actually pretty dang good. It's not Amazon, but I've seen 6 p.m. on a bunch of these listings. I mean, this isn't a great return, but here's what you want to see. You want to see this spread being pretty good, because on this particular shoe, it's the size 5. I can buy this particular this guy's listing, and then I can list it at $56.12. Now that's not going to be the best return, really, but I think you see the idea. So what I'd want to do next is I'm going to check and see how many this guy has in stock. Because if he has like 2 or something, you know, I might buy them all out. If he has like 30, then I may leave this one alone, if that makes sense. So I'm going to add it to cart. I'm going to edit. Well, sometimes it'll tell you right here. It's not telling me, but I'm going to edit my cart, and then I'm going to do the $9.99 trick. If you've ever seen this, you just you're basically checking on stock, and looks like they have 7. So I might not do this because I don't want to buy. I don't want to have 7 of these. I might want to have 2 or 3 or maybe 4, and that's just my personal model. You can do whatever you want. But I might not do that. If they had like 2, I might buy them. And then what I would do, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to come back to this particular page. Actually, let's go here. Do it this way. Come back here. So if, let's say they only had 2, what I might want to do then is see how many Amazon has, because Amazon's selling at 56. And if Amazon only has 1 or 2, at this rank, which was 17, Amazon could sell out before I sent my, my $36 pairs, and then I can charge 59, 69, whatever I want to charge. I mean, you saw on that initial page that these are going anywhere from 36 to 103. So, I mean, I could sell it for $70 and really get, a good investment. So, so does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Sounds like you guys are talking about other things. So let's see here. Are there any questions about any of that stuff? How I did that? The cool thing when you have a spread like that, you're really able to source pretty quickly. I mean, I know it took us a page and a half to find something, but you can also do this with clothing, which is really nice. Cool. All right. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. You guys can look at my lovely mug again. And oh, no, that's fine, Kaylin. I'm just teasing. So looks like we had some attenders that showed up while we were sharing the screen. Again, my name's Travis. I'm taking over for Rob tonight. He's out where he doesn't have any internet access, and so we're just yeah, Jason, it is recorded. It's going to be up on the Amazon Gorillaz YouTube channel as soon as I don't know how the hangouts happen like that, but yeah. So Sitter's asking, what kind of spread do I look for? Well, a lot of times, Sitter, to be 100% honest, I kind of cheat. I want it usually. I mean, that's such a hard question, because if it's a $60 shoe and it's selling for $120 is the next bidder. I mean, that's only 100. That's only 100% more. But I guarantee there's some spread there. But if it's 10 to 20, that's probably not going to work. So it really depends on the markup. I mean, the actual original cost, and then what it's if it's. I can't give you a percentage, I guess is what I'm saying. I also use Inventory Lab, and so a lot of times I'll get that ASIN. So this is like the main parent ASIN right here. But when I go to this page and it actually has Keen Women's, Whisper Sandal, Burn Olive, blah, 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 this is actually the ASIN for this particular. Here, let me just log in. If you guys have ever seen Inventory Lab, I love it. I love Inventory Lab. It makes listing so much easier. And honestly, the little scout tool that they have is pretty smoking. I love it. So I'll show it to you real fast. So right here under research, I go to scout and I can put this, and we'll just use this one. So I just grab this child ASIN here. I go into Inventory Lab, I just paste it here, hit search, and it's going to bring up that listing. See, it's the exact listing. It's ranked 17 in shoes. That's pretty spectacular. And again, so my price per unit is going to be 36. And then let's see, what was that other guy selling it for? Well, Amazon actually. They were selling it for $56.12. So I can already tell you that's not going to be a great spread. But I'd put list price of 56.12, and yeah, I'm going to make 17%. You know, so I'd probably want to see this one at like, you know, 65 maybe. And this is kind of where I play with numbers, you know, because I can do that. So 65 probably be the lowest I would do it at. Um, you know, I mean, that's 13 bucks. And the cool thing about Inventory Lab is I've already put my expenses in here. It has all of my fees from Amazon. And then it's even got my inbound shipping. I use 65 cents a pound, which I know is like ridiculous. Ah, crap. You guys can't even see this, can you? I'm I'm frustrated now. That's stupid. Okay, let me show you this real quick. I'll pop it on here. So this is what I was talking about. This is Inventory Lab, guys. Sorry about that. So what I can do is I can put the price per unit here, which I'm going to buy it for 36, and then my list price here is 65. Like I said, that nets me about 14 bucks at just under a 40% ROI. And then over here, you've got your all of your Amazon fees, and then like I said, I have this shipping at 65 cents a pound, which is high. You know, I probably average 40 to 45 cents a pound, but I just put it on there. And since this is an FBA item, um, Inventory Lab does have that information of how much this weighs, and so they're basically saying it weighs just over 2 pounds. So it takes that into account when it gives me my ROI. So I really like Inventory Lab. Yeah, cool. Uh, all right, let's see. So yeah, Zach's asking about the cost price times 3 rule, where you have to sell 3 times the price to be worth it. Yeah, when I started retail arbitrage, Zach, that's exactly what I did. I mean, I didn't buy anything that wasn't giving me a 100% ROI. So basically, I paid a third, Amazon kept a third, I got a third back, plus my original investment. So that was my 100%. So that's the 3 times price rule. And that's a real simplistic rule. Um, but man, we're talking about a shoe that ranks 17 in shoes. Um, Plus, it's a shoe, man. It's super small, it's super light, and the selling price, $65. You know, so I'm going to get a lot of money back. So I'm okay with a 40% ROI, a 50% ROI. Where I don't want a 50% ROI is on a product that I spent $2 on, because a 50% ROI is a buck. And if somebody drops the price, I only have $1 to mess with. If somebody drops the price on this Keen thing and I have to go down to, you know, $55, I will still make money, you know, ultimately. So when I'm getting up in the higher priced price point items, when I'm arbitraging, I'll take a lower ROI because the cash is there that I can be flexible in my selling price to where I know that eventually I'm going to get out of it and I'm going to make something. So I hope that makes sense. That's kind of where I've come to, as because I bought a ton of products at, you know, $1 that are selling for $5 and $6, and that's just not where I want to be. It's just too much hassle. It's so easy just to, you know, throw a shoe box in a box and send it off to, you know, FBA, as opposed to, you know, bundling up 3 packs of the dollar thing that you're going to sell for 12. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I've come to. I'll still bundle up that 3-pack if I'm going to get, you know, 15 or 20. But it's really more of a cash return that I'm looking for than an actual ROI, like a percentage. I get the ROI is important. I get it, but that's just where I've kind of come to, with wanting more room in the final profit. So I'm looking more at net profit than I am actual ROI. Hope that makes sense. All right. So what do you guys think? What do you guys want to talk about? You got any questions about any of that stuff? What'd you think? Anybody using Inventory Lab? I love it. Oh, Kaylin, you're in Canada. That's cool. Are you selling in the Canadian FBA system, or are you doing .com? And what's that like? I'd love to hear about that because I'm just selling in .com, and um, I've considered sending product up to Canada once it's here when I start private labeling. But I don't know anyone who's been successful doing that. So I'm gonna post this. Oh no, I'm not gonna post this link if anybody wants to get on and chat. Yes, Kaylin, I did use AmaSuite. Unfortunately, I don't have AmaSuite on this computer. It's on my other computer. I'd love to show you guys a cool little video, or I did a cool little video on how I grabbed some products really fast. And you guys know that Rob's got a great deal on that. It's like $100 less than everybody else. I think it's like $200 instead of 300. So if you don't have AmaSuite and you're interested in it, I don't know. I don't have that link, but I know it's somewhere in the Facebook group. You guys can find that. So if anyone wants to jump on, I posted the link there. So Kaylin says the ROI can be great in Canada. Yeah, I may try it. I just don't know. I don't know what I don't know, you know. Maybe I'll just send it all to you, Kaylin, and let you list it and see how it goes. Yep, Jungle Scout is phenomenal. I love Jungle Scout. You guys want me to go through my, here, I'll go through my arbitrage extensions that I use. You know, I'll do that real fast. And again, feel free, guys, if you want to jump in. And if you want to jump in and share, love to have you on. So, yeah, Kaylin, it's actually in the Facebook group. It's like a 5-minute video, but yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Talk if you're willing to put your volume up. Can't wake the kids. Oh gosh, Zach, man. Yeah, man, I'll crank the volume, bro. So let's do it. Let me go through here quick. My as you can see here, I already showed you the Scanalize function, and that gives me this information, and it also gives me the information on. Let's see if I can get back to a page that has like a bunch of items on it. Let's see here. Yeah. So when you get here, I love it because when I'm arbitraging, you know, it's got this right here, and I love that. That's really nice. Let's see, what spread am I looking for here? Dun, dun, dun. I might look at that one, but that's going to be really tight. I don't even think. I mean, there's only $18 there. I'm not going to find anything. I think that's the one we looked at. So yeah, so that's Scanalize. That's a really nice one. Ebates, of course, when I'm arbitraging, a lot of these sites that, you know, aren't Amazon, obviously, will have a nice ebate that I can use. This calculator widget is, sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Usually I don't. I just jump over to Inventory Lab because it basically gives me, it gives me better data because I don't have to plug in my shipping costs or any of that stuff. Here's Jungle Scout, guys. This is freaking awesome. I love this thing. And if you haven't seen Jungle Scout, you need to check out Jungle Scout. When you're private labeling, it's phenomenal. You click it, and it is awesome. I love it. See, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be private labeling any ASICs or Keens or Tivas, but gives you all this data. Tells you the rank, tells you the estimated sales based on that rank. And I don't think he's got this dialed in. particularly for shoes. I can't imagine he can estimate that. You know what I'm saying? But he does have it dialed in better than he did when he first launched for other categories, particularly like kitchen and toys and you know, outdoor stuff like that. So, but he bases this price times the estimated sales per month to give you an estimated monthly revenue. He's got the number of reviews, the number of average reviews, and the buy box seller, who it is, if it's Amazon or if it's, you know, an FBA person or if it's a fulfilled by merchant. So that's very good data. Obviously, it's not pulling up here. This isn't a category I would ever use Jungle Scout for anyway, so it's probably not a big deal. Okay, so then I've got this guy here. This is this is DS Amazon Quick View. This is so I can hover over this and it gives me all of this data for each of these. It's the same thing. It's just more more of the same, really. Let's see. This is a Amazon right-click search. It's actually really funny because so if I'm on you know, Walmart.com and I go to their rollbacks or whatever. See, there's my Ebates bar. I just click it and I'll make 4%. They're doing a 4% for Memorial Day right now, which is kind of nice. So I'll just go to the rollbacks, or I might find the clearance section or whatever. It's just pretty cool. I can literally right click on this and nothing's going, well, let's see, this might come up though. I can right click on this and right here, search this product. It's going to just open up a new tab. Bam, it's going and it's looking for that product for me. I don't have to do anything. It's pretty cool. And that almost is a good deal. $15.97 to $29.89. That's not too bad, huh? And it's, you know, number 18 in health and personal care. Sheesh, that's pretty amazing. I don't know. I don't think that may be or may not be the same product. I'm not really arbitraging right now. But that's called Amazon right-click search. This is my Walmart affiliate ad generator. So if I'm on Walmart and I want to link to this, I can click that and I can get an actual affiliate link. And I help a guy run a site that posts stuff on there, posts links for people to find Amazon to Amazon flips and Walmart to Amazon flips. And so we use affiliate links. So if you're interested in that, you can private message me in the Facebook group and I can give you that information on how to find that. But we find anywhere from 5 to 10 products that have dropped in price that can be potentially resold on Amazon. So let's see, then I've got my extension manager, and all this does is just, it switches it. So if I click it, I can see all of my extensions in one handy dandy little drop down menu, and I can turn them off and on as I need to. Then of course I've got the invisible hand here, buffer. This is LastPass. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. If you don't know what LastPass is, it saves all of your passwords, all of your credit card information, all kinds of things, and it's goes across all of your different computers on your Chrome browser, and it's freaking amazing. I love it. This is StableRank. It's a little program that I can't really explain it, so I'm not going to. So it's just another program that gives you a basic, it's kind of like a BSR, but it's more stable, hence StableRank. All right, so that's my stuff. It sounds like we've got somebody in. So let me stop this. And how do we say your name? Oh, it's Zach. Zach, hey, man.
Hi, Travis. How's it going?
Good, man. So it's 4:00 a.m., huh? Wow.
Yeah, it's just gone 3:53 a.m.
Jeez. So, okay, so you are in the UK. Where at in the UK?
It's called Birmingham.
Where's that?
Birmingham. It's in England.
It's in England. Okay, cool. So what's your football club?
To be honest, I don't really watch football.
Really? I thought everybody
Nah.
in England watched football. Maybe that's too stereotype.
Yeah, we do, but you know, we're just not as we're not as enthusiastic.
Oh, that's cool. I'm a big Arsenal fan, so I love watching Arsenal. So anyway, enough about that. I'm sure that's boring people out of their minds. So so tell us about your Amazon business. Tell us, you know what? It sounds like you've been doing eBay, and you know, I'm assuming that's been fairly successful. And so now is your plan actually to just basically recreate that product that you were wholesaling for so long, since you know the market so well?
Yeah, pretty much. To be honest, with one of these suppliers on Alibaba, what she can do for us is give us two of the same products, so the MOQ of say 500 each,
Hmm.
both of which we were currently getting from a wholesaler, which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Um, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not too much of a too much of a quantity to go for. And at the same time, we're going from having no private label to two items which are private labeled.
So were other people jumping on your listing? Oh, you were on eBay, so you had your own listing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Had you listed this particular product on Amazon?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It was just eBay. To be honest, what got me on this particular product was that you know that little thing you do on eBay anyway, where you increase the price and you run out of stock just because you don't want the listing to disappear.
Hmm.
I've done that with this particular product. I mean, obviously, there's the currency conversion thing where dollars and pounds. But for example, I was selling my product for say £8, and I put a three in front of it, so now £38, just because I've run out of stock.
Wow.
But I found one person actually, who still bought it. um,
Wow, that's amazing.
so luckily I had one last piece in stock to supply this customer. But at that point, I thought, now I need to keep track of this item.
For sure, man. If you can sell it for 38 pounds, wow, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's really great. So, talk about pricing. Was the price you had when you were wholesaling it, are you going to be able to get it less when you private label it?
To be honest, obviously my wholesaler has discontinued it, and that might be because prices generally just gone up or
Mm.
whatever the case is. But it costs me pretty much the same amount. I can get it shipped for the same amount that I was buying from a local wholesaler.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
you're still going to sell it on eBay, do you think?
yeah, definitely. Obviously, the more avenues, the better.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, so do you have it? Is it in manufacturing right now, or have you pulled the trigger, or where are you at with that?
I'm not sure. I mean, to be honest, I wanted to log on today. I was expecting an email today, just because I was going to get some samples, and
Yeah.
then from there off we go. I'm still waiting on the email, to be honest, which is why I was online today. I was just watching one of Rob's videos, while I was waiting for my supply to come online, and
Mhm.
obviously he mentioned going on the Amazon Gorillaz website. I just thought, oh, there's a webinar on today, so I'll just pop in.
Yeah, sure. Well, glad you did, man. That's awesome. So,
Yeah,
sounds like you're taking action. That's awesome. I know Rob would be very happy.
yeah.
He's all about taking action, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I just saw one of his videos where he's looking at, say, in terms of the China side, he's sourcing from AliExpress rather than Alibaba.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, to be honest, I was just wondering, is that quite common to do in, obviously, like,
I think I've heard it a few times recently. You know, obviously, I say recently. I've only been, you know, honestly doing this for 5 months now. But at first, like, you know, when I do something, I jump all the way in and I just try to learn as much as I can. A lot like Rob, you know. And so I was really digesting everything I could on the subject, and I didn't hear a lot about it. In fact, I heard a lot of people saying stay away from AliExpress at first, but it seems like lately a lot of people are kind of doing what you're saying. They're actually going to AliExpress, finding a product, bringing it over, private labeling it, you know, under their brand or whatever, and basically just testing it to see if it'll sell. And they're not worried about whether or not you know, they're making any money on that, which it's not a bad idea, because most of those AliExpress, uh, I've actually purchased a few products on AliExpress. Um, one of the I actually found a product to private label on AliExpress. Um, I actually saw it on AliExpress. I looked for it on Alibaba and I couldn't find it. I'm sure it's probably there. I just didn't maybe have the right keyword. But I found like 5 of the exact same product on AliExpress. And so I literally just contacted all of these, you know, suppliers and said, who were all priced differently. I found this particular product. It was priced anywhere from like $10 on AliExpress all the way up to like $40 on AliExpress. So I just sent them all, emails and said, hey, I want to buy a bunch of these. I want to buy in bulk. So what's my process here? What's the best price you can get? And I found somebody that was going to give me a really good price. I'm actually going to get this particular product for around $3.50. I'm going to start with 500. I'm actually getting it reprinted. It's got a print thing on it. And so it's going to say something a little bit different than what, I saw actually originally on AliExpress and is on 5 other listings. But what I did was, it was very simple to get a sample, because all I did was I just bought 3 of them right there on AliExpress after I had contacted them and talked to them. I bought 3 products right there on AliExpress, and they were at my house. I want to say it took about a week and a half tops. There's something about AliExpress that they've got like some better shipping and, some air stuff, some lower, I think they're just using air freight, I'm guessing. But it's lower cost. And so it's not as expensive. I've heard people say that it costs less a lot of times to use their special shipping rates than it would if you just, said, hey, ship it DHL, air freight or air express or whatever. So all that to say, I think it's becoming more common. And I think I like the way I did it better than, hey, I'm just going to buy 25 of these at $10, $250 to see if they sell. Because like my particular product, it had, the reason I'm getting it reprinted is because it had bad English. It was written by a Chinese person and it said something that was just dumb. It didn't make any sense to an American. You know what I mean? So I would have got 25 of these things and had to throw them all in the garbage because I would have got terrible feedback. So by using it to just get my samples and using it to basically, this person is an agent. There's somebody that has their foot in the door in a lot of different factories. And so this is basically just allowing me to communicate with them, to start the process, and then say, hey, by the way, what other products can you get me, once we get this one, rolling and stuff. And they gave me a great price. I'm probably going to retail it from between probably right around the $20 mark. I'll probably start at $17 and I think it can sell for as much as $22, $23. And so that's a pretty darn good spread, and I found it on AliExpress. So I think there's a market for it. I just don't know if it's, I don't know that I have seen, or I think I like my way better. That's all.
One tip I would give you is a lot of the products, I have actually found some suppliers in China who my wholesalers use in the UK. And all it's been is they've been at the Canton Fair. They are obviously there on like Alibaba and whatnot, but a lot of the products I can't find on Alibaba just because they were sourced at the Canton Fair. One website that is very, very good is, I think it's cantonfair360.com. And basically what it is, it gives you a street view kind of view around the Canton Fair. So you can go around, have a look at the stalls there. And that is very good because you can obviously see immediately that this supplier, he's been at the Canton Fair, it's got the writing all over their stall and whatnot. So then you can just Google them, go on the website and contact them directly.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw something, somebody who had just gotten back from the Canton Fair was sharing some website that basically had, similar to what you're saying. It didn't have like the 360 view, but it had different vendors. It had where they were in the fair, and then it had like their products, and it had some basic MOQs and some, price per unit pricing. It was very, very similar to AliExpress or Alibaba. I don't know. Was that one similar to that site?
No. It was literally a case of, this is the name of the company. A brief outline, a few keywords they sell, for example, like in the category curtains and bedding and all the rest of it. And it's got a little play button. You press the play button, and it gives you 360.
And does it so it has contact information for every every booth
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
see?
Or
Awesome. That's
obviously
great.
you can just copy and paste it into Google and just come up.
Wow. Hey, if you do you think you can find that link and maybe post it in the chat? I
Yeah, give
think,
me a second.
yeah. Kaylin's like, Zach, what was that website? Everybody's chomping at the bit. That's pretty awesome. Let me scroll through the chat here and see if see what you guys are talking about over here. Anybody else want to jump on and chat a little bit tonight? Let me know. There it is.
There it is. Has the link come up?
.com. All right. That's awesome. Jason says PayPal's new rules stipulate they won't support private label products effective July 1st. That is really interesting. Yeah, I actually paid one of my suppliers via PayPal, and then another one of my suppliers I paid via Alipay. That's the one it's printing, and then it's actually going to go into production probably next after I get the final approval on the printing, and I'm just going to pay all of it via Alipay. And then the other product, I did a lot of kind of background, but on the background search on this company. But I went ahead and did a wire transfer. All three of those products I'm doing 30% down, and then 70% at completion. And they hold the bill of lading until they get that. So they won't give that to my freight forwarder partners. So what was the extension to the right-click search? Sean, I'm sorry that you asked that a long time ago. I'm just seeing it now. Let me see. It is called Amazon right-click search. And it's really funny. I was telling you, when you use the right-click search, it actually, I mean, it was genius. Whoever did this was genius because it actually has an affiliate link in it. So every time anyone uses their extension, they're getting the affiliate link. I mean, that's just so freaking smart. I wish I would have thought of that. But it's very convenient, and I don't care. I'll pay them for convenience, and half the time I've got so many freaking Amazon cookies from different affiliate links I'm clicking. I don't know who's getting the commission. Yeah, Sean says never use Western Union. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I've heard of a bunch of Nigerian princes are rich now because of us. So yeah, it's a good way to get scammed. The name of the Facebook group, Sean, which Facebook group are you asking about? If you'll let me know, I can fill you in there. So you're waiting for your fruit infusion bottles to arrive. Is that your private label product, Sean? Yeah, Jason, thanks for that link. I'm going to actually open it up in another tab to look at it later because that's really interesting that they're doing that. Oh, let's see. Okay, so let me look it up real fast, guys. This won't take me very long. So I have I am an affiliate for AmaSuite. However, I'm totally respectful of Rob and everything he's done for the community and such. So I want to honor him and say, don't click my affiliate link. Plus, you'll spend $100 less if you click his. So it just makes sense that you would use his affiliate link. But I will give you this link to my video. It's literally a 5-minute video, or 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and it's just me talking on a screen share, watching AmaSuite. And let me post it in the comments or the chat here. There it is. So you can take a look at that. I'll post a second one, and it's actually another tutorial, same product. It's our same suite of products. It's just it's the Revealy software. And if you're not familiar with that, it used to, unfortunately, it's an upsell. Okay, I'll just tell you that right now. It used to come with the purchase. When I bought it back in like November, or when I first started, maybe January or December or something, and it came with it. When they launched it recently, they made it an upsale. So Revealy is basically their review search tool, and so you can put a product that you're considering, kind of doing something that's similar. A lot of people will tell you to, and I'm actually doing this on every single one of my products. I'm improving it in some way or changing it up in some way. One product, it's actually not on Amazon at all right now, but there's a similar product that people are saying, hey, I always had a problem with this. And so what I found, what I believe to be the answer to that on Alibaba in a particular color. But my thinking is someone else is also going to find that exact same product that answers that exact same problem. And so what I did was I changed the color also. So I'm doing a brand new color in this product that solves a problem. And the way I found out that problem was using Revealy. And basically what you can do is you can take a product and you can put the ASIN in there, and you can say, I want to look at all 350 of these reviews, and it'll load them all up in there. And then you can search specific words. You can search specific key phrases like I hate. Just put in I hate, and then you get every single one of those reviews that says something that I hate. I hate how this lemon zester always gets all messy, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Or you can say I love, and you can find out what people really appreciate about this particular product. So that's what Revealy does. That's one of the main uses that I've found to be helpful. And so that's the second video that I posted there. The first one is the top, what is it called? It's let me find it real quick. It's the Amazon Top 100, I think. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the AmaSuite Top 100 Analyzer is what it's called. And I basically go into a category, grab 100 products, and whittle it down to 5 in less than 5 minutes. And I haven't done much research on them. It's just an initial kind of thing that I did. Hey, Sean, take care. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you on the Facebook group. You guys all feel free to friend me and send me any private messages you want. I'm around and willing to help as much as I can. I enjoy this stuff, and it's just good to meet people, and I've learned a ton from a bunch of people, and so I love sharing. And as you can tell, I like to talk, and I got a lot of opinions. But thanks for hanging out with us, Sean. What's up, Zach? What are you doing, man? What do you think?
Travis, can I share my screen with you? It's just
Yeah.
I want to show how that website, obviously there's a lot of interest on the chat, how you can, because it's slightly different than I mentioned.
Okay.
How do I go about sharing my screen?
Okay, so if you hover over the picture on the left side, you'll see that little green icon with the arrow, and it says screen share.
I see that.
Yep, and then you'll have to select which screen you want to actually share. I'm going to go ahead and mute, and so it'll stay on your screen. It won't bump to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So you guys can see this, right?
Hang on, guys. Hang on, Zach. They can't see it yet. I think I have to allow it. There we go. Okay, there you go, man. It's all you.
Yeah. So literally just Google Canton Fair 360. It's cantonfair360.com. You go on, I believe, suppliers, and then it's by phase, just how it is at the Canton Fair. So if I go in, I don't know, this very first category, chemical products. Now, these are all the companies. Obviously, you got some ones in Chinese here, but obviously most of them are going to have an English version here. So literally you can Google them. But anyway, if we just click on any one of them. There you go. So basically, this obviously just giving you a 360. You put your mouse over here, you can control it yourself, going left, right, up, down. And obviously, I mean, you see what it is, and you can be quite sure that this particular company, here what it is for, I mean, obviously, scammers do not attend the Canton Fair. I mean, to attend the Canton Fair, it does cost you a substantial amount of money. So, if I was to, for example, if I was to Google this company, um, and then if I was to go ahead and purchase some stock off them, I'd say my money is in pretty safe hands. It is, it is quite a legit company.
Man, that is awesome, Zach. That's very cool.
That is really good.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, I found a lot of the things that I would want to actually private label or probably phase two. But man, you can just go in there and just go to town in there and find yourself, a good supplier. And then, like you say, just Google them. And I guarantee their Alibaba store is going to come up, it comes right there. You just contact them and say, yeah, what was that thing on the third row hanging on your shelf?
Yeah, you can say I was there at the Canton Fair.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, have you ever considered going?
No.
No, don't want to go. I would love to go. I think I mean it's more just I'd love to just go to China and just experience that. But that's a heck of an expense, but it's also a heck of a write-off if my business is doing well.
Yeah. I've had some of my Chinese suppliers say, "Why don't you just come to China and you just get better prices?"
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to be honest, like I said, like for example, this website, most people go for the Canton Fair, and if you're on this website, you're pretty much at the Canton Fair.
Yeah, that's amazing. You can do it all from your computer. That's great. Hey, thanks a lot for sharing that, man. So that was just Canton 360, and you
Yeah,
just Google that and it pops
Canton360.com.
right up. Google
Yeah.
Canton360.com. Awesome, man. That's great, Zach. All right, guys. What else you guys want to talk about? How's everybody's goals coming? How are you guys doing with your businesses? And let's hear how you're doing. And if anybody else wants to talk, just let me know. Anybody got any awesome tips they want to share with the group? Do you guys just find great margin products just by searching products on Amazsuite and Jungle Scout? Jason, I would say that's where it begins, or where it can begin. I don't think that actually gives me the margin, because obviously I have to find the cost, and that's going to require going to a place like Zach just showed us, to find a supplier that actually provides that product, and or AliExpress or Alibaba to find, what my true cost is going to be. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but they'll have on particularly on Alibaba, they'll have an MOQ, which stands for minimum order quantity, and then they'll have a price. And it's usually a price per unit. And I have found that those mean pretty much nothing. First of all, the price usually will have this huge, insane range from, like 50 cents to $4 or something like that, or, $3 to $12. And I'm thinking, well, what's the difference? I mean, how did you come up with that price? So you really honestly have to contact these suppliers. That's what I've found anyway. Let me see here. Yeah, I've got, I could potentially share this with you. I've got a little script that I've used. Let's see if I can share this with you guys. I mean, I don't know if it's going to help you much, but um, might as well share it since we're here. So this is my manufacturing contact template, and it just basically says, thank you, et cetera, et cetera. I'm from Colorado, and so I'm just showing this all to you guys so you understand that it's not rocket science. Literally, it's a copy and paste job that I've got the XXXX so I can fill in the stuff, and I literally copy and paste. And I'm asking for pricing. I'm asking for dimensions so I can figure it out for my freight forwarding. And figure out how much it's going to cost me to ship. So dimensions and weight. And then I may add a couple of, a 4 and a 5 or something if I want to ask about packaging or something else. So, and then I'd encourage you to give them an email and a Skype, just because it's easier. I've been, I use a lot of Skype, and it's very helpful. They really like that. So, I've contacted a lot of people. I've done almost my entire dealings on Skype up until 2 and 3 in the morning. But so yeah, so that's my little script, and you guys can write that in 2 seconds. If you want my copy, just private message me in the Facebook group, and I'll give you I'll send it over to you. I'll bet you Rob has something too that he's got as a script for what he sends to. And so I'll find a product in AmaSuite, or Jungle Scout that I'm like, hey, I think I can make an improvement to this. Maybe I use Revealy to find that people don't like the fact that this thing clogs all the time, or whatever it is, or yeah, so this thing clogs all the time. So I'm going to find something that doesn't clog. And I want to include that in my little template, but then I'm going to send it to 10 people that make this thing, or 20 people, as many as I can. And then I'm going to get flooded with emails, or Skype requests, one of the two. And then I'm just going to go through them, and I'm going to keep pricing them. And I put them in a little spreadsheet I got a Google Doc spreadsheet, or Google, what is it called? Google, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically, I host it in Google, and it's a spreadsheet. And I keep track of this product, and then what, these manufacturers contacted me. This is the relevant data. This is what they can buy it for. And then I just go back and forth with them. And I mean, I'll get an email from somebody, and they'll be talking about, this one, something, and I can't even remember because I've talked to so many people about this product. And then I literally will just turn around and, I'll go back to that spreadsheet, and I'll go, okay, who is this? Who is this? Oh, okay. This is that one person, and they're talking about this, and this is, so it can make your head go pretty crazy if you're doing a bunch of products. But that's kind of how I do it. That's how I use AmaSuite and Jungle Scout. It's really just the first initial process. And then to be 100% honest, guys, that's when the work really starts to begin. Then you're starting to contact people, and you're networking, and you're figuring it all out. Faye says, when looking for a product, should you start with something very small? I could go either way on this, honestly, guys. A lot of people, and you've heard a lot of podcasts, a lot of people saying, yeah, go with something small. But, maybe that's a reason that you shouldn't go with something small, because everybody's looking for that small kit. I mean, how many baking mats are on Amazon? And you know why we have silicone baking mats? Because they're freaking small, and they're light, and you can ship them air freight or and get them here super fast. And they don't cost nothing to get on Amazon. And that's why there's a huge race towards the bottom too on those products. So my products, let's see, I would say they're kind of small to medium. And what I'm doing is actually, I'm going to get the best of both worlds, because the reason people want small products is because of the shipping costs. And they say they don't want to wait for the boat, or not because of the shipping costs, because of the time that they have to spend to get their products here. So the reason you would go, by boat is because for the price, right? But you got to wait for forever. So you do a low weight item or a small item, and you can afford to actually send it by air, and you get it fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 2 or 3 cases by air, and I'm going to send the rest on boat. And so I'm literally going to have the best of both worlds. I mean, I may pay a little more for the air freight, but I'm going to get my products in under a week, and then the rest of them, so I'll get them on there, I'll get them listed, I'll get all my pictures taken, and just beautiful product images and everything that Rob talked about on his listing, his listing webinar the other week. I'm going to do all that stuff, and then I'll have this great product, and I'll have 30 days before the rest of my products get in, and they're in Amazon because they're sitting on a boat. But I paid a heck of a lot less for those ones. So I could go either way, Faye. Yeah, and that really is, so your shipping doesn't eat into all your profit. Would you consider sharing your file of that letter? Yeah, Kaylin, just contact me on Facebook, or guys, I mean, there's only 11 of you. You can send me an email to Travis. There, I'll just. That's my email. You can hit me up with an email, or and I'll send that to you. It's just a Word doc. Let's see. Someone asked me which mastermind group I'm in. I'm in number 1 and number 3. Rob put me in 2 of them. So, and then of course I'm in the. Hang on, I just clicked on the wrong tab there. I'm in Amazon, or Alibaba to Amazon, from sourcing to selling, so the main one also. So yeah, Rob was just asking if it's all good, and he asked if I was smiling earlier, so there's a smile. There you go. Cool, guys. This is fun. Anybody else want to come on? Anybody else got any questions, or you want to chat about something? And I keep telling everybody I got a lot of opinions and like to talk, so this is I'm happy to hang out here. Believe it or not, in the morning, I live in Colorado, and I live about a half hour from Boulder. And tomorrow is the world's best 10K race, the Boulder. It's tomorrow morning, so at 7:15, I'm going to be in Boulder. I'm running the Boulder. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully it's not too cold, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great race, man. So much fun. All right, Zach says, my question for everyone who's starting to private label is, instead of spending time and money designing the packaging, etc., why not import it as it is at even a higher price with a low MOQ, and if it sells, then get the packages designed and get a better price? Great question, Zach. And I feel like we talked a little bit about this last Sunday night, and Rob and I had a couple of different perspectives on this. So I'm doing it both ways, actually. So private label product number 1, I'm actually designing the packaging. And the reason I'm designing the packaging is because the existing packaging has the wrong color. It's not the color I'm selling. So I don't want to obviously package something in a package that has the wrong color. So I figured I would take that opportunity and completely redesign the package. Reason number 2 I'm redesigning the package is because I actually have a brand that we established back last year, probably last September. We started a blog on this, in this particular niche, and we already have a logo, and we have 100 articles or something like that, on this particular product under this brand. And so I figured, I'm going to have to rebrand it anyway, because I can't use this particular packaging. Yeah, I could have gone with the white box, and it would have cost me a little less, but I really feel like I'm taking a risk. I understand that by doing it before, but I'm just taking the leap. On the flip side, it has been a hassle because my designer, she's actually a friend, and she's been putting me off. And we met, and she was all excited, and I thought I was going to get something back in a week, and that was 2 weeks ago. And now now my back's against the wall. So I may actually just end up going with a white box on my first. I'm doing a 500 MOQ on this particular product. So I may just do 500 in a white box the first time, and then get it back from her, and then, you know, brand it on the next one, like you're saying. Private label product number 2. I actually am going with a white box, just a straight up white box. And private label product number 3, I'm going with the white box. But I will redesign those if they sell well. So maybe I jumped the gun a little bit on private label product number 1 by redesigning the box. I probably could have just got a white box and just, you know, worried about it later. But I had this friend as a, you know, designer. Like I said, I was just like, it's in a niche that I already have branded or have a brand. And so I wanted to kind of take advantage of that and potentially get a little traffic to my site. You know, I mean, my ultimate goal is to put this product on that site and sell it there as a secondary channel, and you know, continue maybe even expanding in that niche and putting more products. So I would continue to have her design the packaging. And that was kind of the pitch to her. And well, here we are 2 weeks later, and I still don't have a package. So I could show you the text. I'm like, so how can I help you get done what I've asked you to get done for me? So happy Memorial Day, Jason. Yeah, I'm running 10K, 10 kilometers on Memorial Day, but it'll be a fun day. I did it last year, man. It's a great race. Such a fun race. There's like bands that set up on the side of the road, and people, you know, they'll literally have beers on the side of the road, and they'll be like, "Come on, have a drink," or they'll have a slip and slide that people will literally jump off the side of the road and go do a slip and slide, and then get back up and run. They'll shoot, they'll squirt you with water guns and throw marshmallows at you. It's just crazy. So that's going to be my morning tomorrow. All right, Faye says, on average, how many samples do you order from different suppliers to ensure you get the product that meets all of your specifications? Okay, so this is a great question, Faye. In my opinion, I'm not as hung up on getting like 3 to 4 to 5 samples. As long as I know the company's reputable. So I'm going to click all the boxes on Alibaba and make sure that this is an actual company and that they actually have customers and the whole 9 yards. If I want to do business with them, I may get a couple of samples from different companies, but I don't care if they send me 1 or 2. Like there was one particular company, they're like, we only have 1 of these and it's the wrong color. Are you okay if I send it to you? And I'm like, yeah, just send it to me. Where the rubber meets the road though, and where I won't bend, is I'm going to get what's called a pre-production sample for all these products. And so when they do the first run, before I pay my 70%, I already put the 30% down. Okay, so I'm on the hook for 30% of the product based on it 1 sample. So you know, some people will say that's careless. I say I'm going to have a long-time business relationship with these people. I want to establish trust early. So, and I've got, you know, 3 irons in the fire. So so where was I? So I'm getting a pre-production sample on all of those. So before I give them my 70%, I'm going to actually hold one of these in my hand and I'm going to say, this is good. The other thing I'm considering is actually, Rob talked about it last Sunday night, and he has an inspection service that they will actually, on the ground in China, they'll go to your factory. I want to say it's like 150 to 250 bucks. I don't remember exactly what it is, but if you have a lot of products, that's not a whole lot, considering they'll actually check, like, you know, the first one and the 17th and the 322nd and the, you know, so they kind of go through them and just have a random check of the different products and make sure that they're all the same and that they meet your standards. They'll send you reports and pictures and everything. So then you have some level of comfort to actually pay the remainder of your 70%. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I am going to have them send me pictures of the actual cartons before. I'm going to have my freight forwarder do that before they actually. But I'm going to hold the pre-production sample in my hand before I give them 70%. There are industry standards, and if you ask for 1 sample and then make an order, and then your supplier knows you don't know what you're doing. Well, I suppose that is a risk I'm taking, Zach, but my guess is that they have a lot of people like you and me and like everybody else in this our Facebook group that are contacting them. I think they're finding out that a lot of us don't know what we're doing. And when you're a gold supplier on Alibaba, and I don't know if you really want to risk it. I mean, I don't think that they're. I mean, their feedback is important there too. So I could see that it could maybe get me a worse deal, because they see that they're dealing with a rookie. But live and learn. Hey, all I'm worried, I don't care if they charge me an extra 30 cents, for this unit, because we talked and we can't do it for that. We're actually gonna have to up it 30 cents. Well, I'm making 4 times what, I mean, it's not gonna cost me any more to ship. I've already got that locked down because I have a good freight forwarder. So if they charge me an extra 30 cents, that's 30 cents off my bottom line. Am I gonna make, $7 to $10 a product? So now I'm making $6.70 to $9.70 a product. I'm not super worried about that 30 cents. And it also gives me more room to negotiate when I come back and I say, hey, I want 1,000 now, or I want 2,000 now. So, give me back my 30 cents, So I hear what you're saying, Zach, but I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm trying to be professional, and I'm trying to be, as upfront with them as possible. But you can't hide the fact that this is your first rodeo. You can try, and then when you're found out, I don't know if that's any better, or any worse. So I think you just got to kind of take your chances, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Anybody else got anything else? Yeah, Kalen, asking how many you suggest, Zach? Yeah, I mean, if there is an industry standard, Zach, you've been doing this for 7 years with the wholesaling stuff. What's your experience in that with samples? I think we're a little lagged behind in the chat, so um, that's all right though. Kind of par for the course. Minimum sample orders to have 10. Well, you're definitely going to have a lot of samples there, Faye. Are you going to, Faye, do you sell those? Or do you try to sell those? BW says they agree. I don't know. BW, I don't know what you're agreeing with, but I agree with you. I don't know. Zach, well, I've been told here's the first sample. We all order, and then there's pre-production sample, and there's a TOP sample. Yeah. Top of production, is that what that is? Sounds reasonable. Then you have a few to sell right away if they're good. The only problem, if you're doing any changes, I mean, you can't sell it on the same listing you're going to eventually list it on. So, I mean, you can definitely sell it, but maybe you sell it on eBay. Or if it's an existing private label product, you can potentially, list it on somebody else's listing if it's not branded. Hang on just one second, guys. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second. Sorry, guys. My wife was looking for her phone, so I was trying to help her there. Yeah, I think if there's one thing that I've seen, you know, if there's one thing that I've seen as I've been, sorry, excuse me, guys. If there's one thing that I've seen a lot of in this particular business, private labeling and stuff, is opinions. Everybody has, a different opinion, and Zach, I agree. I'm sure there are actual industry standards. I don't know what they are, and my guess is that, if you ask what the industry standard is, you're probably going to get a lot of opinions on what that industry standard is. So BW, thank you. Signing off. Good night and good luck in the race. Hey, you take care. Thanks for joining us tonight. So yeah, I think you've got to figure it out. Take the best advice, whatever you feel safe. The amount of risk that you feel okay with taking is really going to dictate, one of the things that's going to dictate is how many samples you get, and how you go about actually getting these samples, and what you're going to do, and the processes you're going to take. So yeah. All right, Zach. Hey, thanks, man. Go get some rest, dude. It's like 4:30 or something over there. Yeah, Sunday nights is the hangout. Tuesday nights, that's more topical. So thanks for joining us, Zach. I appreciate you coming on too, man. All right. So yeah, we've been doing this for about an hour and 40 minutes. So does anybody else have any other topics they want to talk about? Or are you guys wanting to wrap things up? What are you thinking? Speak to me. I'll answer questions or allow someone else to talk here. If you've got something, if you want to share a goal or something. Looks like Sam's got a question. Let's see. Travis, do you find the shipping costs are considerably higher when using a plain white box compared to a poly bag? With my supplier, the shipping cost is almost double using a box versus a bag. I'm guessing it's because of the size of the box. They can pack more bags in shipping than in a white box. I do not have any experience with polybags. All of my products have, my products would not work in a bag. So I can't really answer that question, but it does make sense. I could see how, there's no wasted space in a poly bag, because it's going to conform to the size of the actual unit. And then, maybe you can get 2 or 3 or 4 in a box. So, where the box is going to come in is if you are planning on branding it, or you want to do a special packaging, or, someone told me it's like, in their opinion, Amazon people don't care what kind of box it comes in. If you're going to only sell it on Amazon, a poly bag's fine. A white box is fine. If you're planning on potentially selling it in other places, if you ever have a desire to get it into a store or other retail place, becoming essentially your own wholesaler, then maybe packaging is important. I agree with that, probably, if I had to put a percentage on it, about 75%. I think that is mostly accurate to say that. In my opinion, again, it's just my opinion, take it for what it's worth. It's not worth much. But I feel that packaging conveys value. If it comes in a nice package, you're maybe more apt to give it a better review. Maybe you're more apt to feel like, ooh, this is a nice product. Ooh, this is quality. Ooh, this is, insert adjective here. You're more apt to feel like you got a good deal. If it comes in a white box or a poly bag, you may be more apt to think, well, what is this? What is this junk? Or what, man, I don't know. That's my opinion, and it could just be my experience, just based on my experience. And maybe you have a different experience when you get something in the mail and, it comes in a poly bag. Maybe that doesn't matter. I don't know. So I think that you can go either way. But as far as shipping, yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, a box is a specific shape and a specific size, a specific dimensions. Yeah, and in a poly bag, that's kind of variable. So yeah, I would think that it would cost less to ship in a poly bag. Long answer. What else, guys? Anybody else got anything? Is anybody doing any arbitrage? Or are you all strictly going private labeling right now? And if you're doing arbitrage, what are you doing? You hitting the stores, doing retail arbitrage? Done a ton of that? Or are you finding things online? I think I'll just use the polybag for the first order and see how well it goes to a box later. Yeah, I think that's smart, Sam. Save some pennies and see how they sell. I mean, I don't think that a polybag or a box is going to affect your conversion at all. The only thing I could see it potentially affecting is your reviews. I may be more apt to review something that I felt was quality, or I may be more apt to give it a better review, but it's not going to affect your conversions because they can't see the product, or what it's packaged in when they're actually on your page buying it, unless you have that as one of your product images. But I think you get what I'm saying there. So yeah, I think polybag for the first one, just to get your conversions and sell some product. That's good. All right, Kaylin. Hey, thanks for coming. It was great having you. You had some great comments and questions, and appreciate you joining us tonight. All right, guys, last call for questions. I'm running 10 kilometers in the morning, so it's almost, it's getting to be about 10 minutes till 10 o'clock, so I got to get my beauty rest. And you can see how it's helping. Sitter does arbitrage, mostly retail. That's cool. You're finding some good products, huh? I hope. Last call for questions. So I'll wait here because I know the chat is lagged, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, guys? Nice, Sidra. Been doing well with bundles. That's cool. Yeah, bundles, man. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Oh, guys, check this out. I'm going to give you an awesome idea, okay? So if you're still on, you are in for, this is a treat. Okay. How about doing some bundles with a private label product. Okay? So here's what I mean by that. Let's say you have a brand that you've created in the home and kitchen niche. Okay? Why not take your, go over to Alibaba or wherever and get 1,000, plastic bowls that are kind of cool. Maybe they're kind of like IKEA or something. Okay. So you get these plastic bowls. Hey, good night, Sam. Thanks for coming, and thanks for your comments and your questions. So take care, man. So you get these plastic bowls, and maybe you put your logo on them, okay? And maybe they cost you. I've never sourced this, so I don't know what it's going to cost. Maybe it costs you 25 cents a piece, right? So for 1,000, you got $250 in this plus your shipping or whatever, okay? And so they're inexpensive bowls, and you get like 4 colors or something. So you take those 4 color bowls. And so that's $1 that you've got in this plus your shipping. Let's just double it up. Say it's $2. Okay. I don't think it would cost that, but anyway, $2 for 4 bowls, landed cost in your living room. Then you go to Walmart or you go to Costco or you go to wherever, and you get 4 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios at $2 a box. All right. And you bundle 4 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios at $2 a box. So you got $8 plus your $2. You're at $10 now, and you bundle the whole thing up, and you put it on Amazon for $20 or $24.99. I don't even know. I'm sure there's a bundle out there right now on Amazon of Honey Nut Cheerios. I'll bet you there's a 4 bundle box probably for, I'm guessing, $16, $17. I don't know what it is, but you see what I'm saying? So no one is going to be able to copy that listing, and you own the buy box for that bundle. And so I'm shopping for my Honey Nut Cheerios, and I go, oh, I always buy this, but what is this? Oh my gosh, I get these 4 cool IKEA looking bowls. Oh, what's this brand? Oh, it's a nice kitchen brand. These must be really nice bowls. Wow, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. And all of a sudden, I've created my own bundle that no one else can copy. I've got the buy box, and I can recreate that as long as I want to. So there's an idea for you guys. Basically, you're combining retail arbitrage, or you could even do that from your home. You can go to Walmart.com and have them sent to your door. You do online arbitrage and private labeling, creating bundles. That is a gold nugget. I'll tell you what. That's a good idea. I'm not being very humble, but I think it's a really good idea. So let me know if you do that. I would love to hear your experience with that. That's great, Sidra. That's great information. So she looks for the brand named item, and then she looks for what they buy also. Then you figure out where you can get those 2 products together, boost the price a little bit, put them together. That's great. That is exactly how you do it. I mean, Amazon makes it easy for you. I mean, they put it right there for you. Often bought with, right? You've all seen it. All right, guys, last call for questions. I know I said that, and then I went off on a tangent there, but I just think that's a great idea. I'd love to hear somebody's success story with that. And if I didn't have 3 private label products in the queue right now, I'd probably do that. Might be something I do anyway. I don't know. Yeah, Sidra loves that idea. Go for it. Do it. You're already doing bundles anyway. You might as well do it, right? Awesome. Go for it, guys. It's great. Yeah, the chat is lagged a little bit, but I'm glad you guys like that. All right, 3 minutes. If I don't see any more questions, we'll go ahead and close it down. About 7 minutes till 10 in my time. I'm actually Mountain Time. Hear me say I'm from Colorado. So I know I don't know where everybody's at. I know Zach, poor Zach, it was like 4, it's probably 5 in the morning there. I don't know what he was doing up. Hey, I want to also let you guys know just I'm in Mastermind, the Gorillaz Mastermind 1 and Gorillaz Mastermind 3. I'm also in the Alibaba to Amazon sourcing Facebook group. You guys can all friend me if you want. Send me a message. Ask me any questions offline. You know, happy to help however I can. What else? It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this. This is the first hangout I've ever hosted, so really enjoyed it, guys. Okay, sounds like we're all out of steam here. It's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this, guys, and Rob should go out of town more often, right? All right, last call. Anybody else? No more questions are coming in. All right. Well, wish me luck in the boulder in the morning. And I just hope I finish, right? No, I did it last year and beat my time. I was trying to do it under an hour, and I did it in 58 minutes, I think, something like 58 something. And I'm not trying to beat it this year. I'm just gonna go do it and have some fun. So hey, you're welcome, Sidra. I'm glad you learned some. So you guys make sure you reach out to me in the Facebook groups and say hello. And yeah, you guys keep pushing forward, keep coming up with great ideas, and share them with us, share them in the masterminds, and we'll be in touch. I'm sure we'll see each other, guys, around the interwebs and on these hangouts. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast and wish you all the best. Have a good evening, and we'll see you on Facebook, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys. Signing off. I'm Travis, and I'll see you around. Bye.